Hello and welcome to another new video. Today we're going to be talking about the PS5 reveal stream, but before we get into it, disclaimer time. I love PlayStation. I've owned every console from the original to the PS4 Pro, but this reveal done practically nothing for me. If you're a Sony fan with an angry disposition, you might want to turn off now because we're about to get cynical. I'm not going to slag off any games here. Well, actually, I am going to slag off one game a bit. Why the hell do we need GTA 5 on a third generation of consoles? Has it become the new Skyrim? Just announce GTA 6 already. That being said, there are some games that I'm really looking forward to. Spider-Man and Horizon were two of my favourite games from the last generation, and I'm really excited for the sequels. Hitman 3 seems to be getting sorely overlooked. Stray and Kenna Bridge of Spirits both look beautiful, and I've been waiting for a new Oddworld game for 15 years. The thing that I am disappointed by is the lack of real-time gameplay. All of the cinematic trailers and carefully curated demo reels give me flashbacks of Watch Dogs E3 gameplay, and we all know how that turned out. The stream didn't really give any new information, but it didn't really have to. The controller was one of the things that we already knew plenty about. I have no real issue with the controller, but I'm also not blown away by it. As someone with fairly big hands, the extended grips are a welcome addition, but let's talk about two of the biggest changes. Number one is the decision to replace the traditional DualShock system with haptic feedback, which is fine. I could probably do a whole video on the pros and cons of haptic feedback, but it's the way modern controllers are all going. It's not revolutionary, that's just the way things are heading. The biggest change is the inclusion of adaptive triggers. These have the potential to be either a big deal or just another tacked on gimmick, much like the motion controllers that are still inexplicably included in these controllers. In theory, the idea of more immersive triggers with realistic resistance sounds pretty good, but it would only really work for shooters. Is anyone seriously going to be playing Gran Turismo while thinking, this trigger feels exactly like when I put my foot on a pedal? Probably not. And now for the big one. In an hour-long PlayStation 5 reveal stream, roughly 5 minutes is spent on the actual PlayStation 5. We see more artistic wank pieces representing the controller's face buttons than we do of the actual console. We don't even learn anything new other than the fact that the console looks like a router had sex with an Airwick room spray. Speaking of design, the top fins look like they were specifically designed to catch dust, and good luck keeping the mostly white console free of any fingerprints or stains. Of course, there'll probably be an all-black variant released shortly after everyone's already bought the original, because why have one console per generation when you can have 10 slightly different variants? Sony had the perfect opportunity to unveil some new information, but it feels like they wasted a lot of their time. They could have shown the amazing load speeds that they've been bragging about, but they didn't. They might have shown what the new operating system looks like in detail, but no. They could have at least given us a price, but why do that when you can fill the time with completely biased game developers drooling all over the possibilities that PlayStation 5 has? For a console that's coming out in less than 6 months, Sony have been incredibly coy about the capabilities. It almost feels like they don't have as much faith as they claim. Maybe it's because it doesn't feel like a generational leap so much as an incremental upgrade. Less PS5, more PS4 Pro Mark II. Maybe it's because the price is going to be on a PS3 level of expensive. Either way, I just cannot get excited for Sony's latest console, even though there are some great games lined up.